Hey guys, this is just a quick disclaimer before the panel. Sorry I'm kind of filming this in my car. I didn't really have a better place to do this. What I'm trying to say before this panel is, shortly after this panel happened and was filmed, about a month or so later, it came out that Purple Hat with Pins, also known as Flaming Guitar 14, and who's known as Miles, it came out that he had sent unsolicited photos to minors. Yeah, so he got in a lot of hot water. He's kind of excommunicated from the community now. He's no longer part of, he's no longer on the internet. And the reason I want to say this disclaimer is because he showed up in our panel as a last-minute addition. He did not do any of the work for it. He didn't work on any of the videos. He was just there as a last-minute addition, and we said, okay, whatever. This was before we found out all the controversies about him. I don't condone any of the actions he did, and I thought about not posting the panel at all, but it's not fair to the people such as myself and anybody else who worked on the videos for the panel that I deprive them of these videos, because not just that, but a lot of people look forward to these kind of panel recap videos. So, but I just want to give a disclaimer that we don't associate with Miles anymore. Anything he says in this panel is no longer valid in terms of anything personally he talks about. My heart goes out to any victims of the sexual abuse that he had put on display. So with that in mind, please enjoy the panel video, and have a good one.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the Abridged series panel. Thanks for coming. I hope you're having a good day in regard. I am Zeromaster. I did Mega Man the Abridged series. I still do it. I revamped it now. I'm also the editor for Naruto the Abridged series. And I do a couple of other things, edit small things here and whatnot. But yeah, that's mostly what I do. And then
I'm SCXCR. The last conscious memory I have is Saturday I was on Facebook and Naruto DVD, and now I'm here.
So let's let more people flood in. Come closer. Yeah, give a real answer to the question.
I haven't been abridging for very long. In fact, I can count the abridgings I've done on one hand. Mostly just for this panel, I did Outlaw Rap Star and Maximum Cookie.
We did an episode of Cowboy Bebop. I've seen one episode of Cowboy Bebop, and that's the one we abridged. We call it Outlaw Star. It's the first one. And then we did Outlaw Rap Star. So before we show any videos or anything, does anybody not know what an abridged series is? That was the first time I don't see a single hand. Oh my god. So just to go over what it is, just real quick, just as a refresher for the class. Abridged series is a parody show where you shorten it in length and content and make fun of it usually. I make a joke.
Joke fall flat.
That's usually what happens. Does anybody have any questions about abridging stuff, or should we just get to the dang videos already? Dang videos? Okay. So normally one of my compadres, Canadian Jutsu's here, but this year unfortunately he could not come to the convention, but he did give us a little preview of his next video. So what we're going to show is we're going to show a preview of the next episode of Inuyasha Abridged. Ooh. So here we go.
Following this fan-based version of Inuyasha is by Sunrise this weekend on TV with Rumiko Takahashi. Please support the initial release.
Good. Looks like the host is there. All right, here goes.
And where do you think you're going?
I'm going home, stupid. I have a life outside of this place, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's debatable.
Yasha, get out of my way or I will suplex you.
You can do that?
Wanna find out?
Not particularly. you. You're staying here forever.
Sit! Sit, 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 sit! Good boy. I'll be back in a few days. Oh, and don't forget to take sugar out the walkies. Love you. Bye. Open up your eyes, see the opening skies. Surround you with what's real. I want to know how to feel. Look into my eyes and tell me, what do you love? Don't see it's your dream and destiny. Walk along ahead and grasp your life and shine for
The terror of the ancient no mask.
Grandpa, I don't think any amount of prayer is going to bring Kagome back.
Oh, Sota, you naive boy. You know nothing of the old ways.
Yeah, well, Mom said the old ways are scaring the neighbors, so...
Fine. Just let me throw away this old socket.
Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, gross. Wait. Grandpa, is this your pee?
Oh, wait, if she's here, and I threw my urine down there, that means my urine is magical! So who's going to make fun of my prostate?
Wait, I guess I'll just get myself out of the mouth. I guess I can get all of Grandpa's urine off. There you are, dear. I don't think you're bad. Thanks, Mom.
You know, you'd think by now I'd be used to that.
Shut up, Soda. I'm eating my bread. This is toast.
I'm actually surprised you came back by yourself, Kagome. I thought you would have Inuyasha on a proper leash by now.
Huh, you know nothing of courting, Soda. I tell him not to come, so he'll eventually stop me because he loves me so much. It's like boy likes girl 101. Though I am surprised that he didn't come that way. I wonder if he's okay. No, that's the moment. You came back here to have a normal day for a change. No demons, evil brother-in-laws, or thundercats. Just a regular old day at school. It feels like it's been years since I last saw this place. It's really strange, right? Well, regardless, I'm looking forward to this straightforward, non-eventful day.
Oh, Kagome, what did Inuyasha say? You need to stop thinking so much.
Hey Kagome! It's been like forever.
Okay, yes, have they always been like that?
Oh, hey, Kagome. I'm so glad to see you at school today. I heard you came down with some form of raging crabs.
I have?
But it's okay. I got you this. It's a sandal. You know, for your crabs. So they can walk around. Anyway. I got them too.
Alright Kagome, you're gonna have to give us the deets. When did you start macking it up with Hojo? I'm like so jealous.
Why? I thought you were sleeping with the math teacher.
That was like last week. She's sleeping with the English teacher now.
Like, where have you been, girl?
Yeah, where have you been?
I've been sick?
Oh, right.
I seriously don't remember these three being this stupid. You know, it's kind of weird not hearing Inuyasha complain about the situation right now. I wonder what he'd say.
Oh, my back.
And that's it for the preview so far. What do you guys think? So, if you want to find Inuyasha Abridged, it is on, just search YouTube for Canadian Jutsu. He's had 15 channels, so he keeps getting banned. That's Canadian Jutsu one. You'll find it. He has a Let's Play channel with the same name, but you'll know if you go to that one and you, oh, I don't see any British stuff here on this video games. Yeah, it's not his British channel. They both have the same name. But anyways, yeah, it's like he had to do like L, K, Jutsu, I, and like X's and say it's easier just to search for it.
It's like an AOL screen name.
Basically. There was a point where he made a channel, he didn't upload anything, banned. They knew it was him.
Creepo still banned from everything?
He's still only on his second channel, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
He keeps coming back.
Yeah.
I wish he could tell CJ when he did it. So, does anybody have any questions about the video or anything else before we move on to the next video?
Can you guys just quickly introduce yourselves and how you each got started?
How we got started? Okay, yeah, sure. This is fun. So again, for just the people who rolled in afterwards, I'm Zeromaster. I do Mega Man the Abridged series, and I'm also the editor for Naruto the Abridged series, taking over from Masako. Basically got started doing Mega Man in 2008, and did a whole bunch of other things like Kaon Abridged, other weird stuff, and then I rolled back, and then my channel got banned 3 times, and then I just made a new one and restarted Mega Man Abridged. I did the Mega Man cartoon originally from the 90s, so now I'm doing the games, which is kind of like, it's kind of like sprite animation that I'm doing. So they're just little shorts that I'm doing. I'm doing like one every month or 2 months, and then I'm gonna release them. I've been releasing them just as shorts, and I'm gonna release them all together as one video for people who want to watch it all together. So I'm working on that. I'm working on the first Mega Man game right now, and I have Mega Man X in the pipeline for my next thing. And that's basically me. That's basically where I got started. You don't really have much to say about it. You got started.
I'm SCXCR. Thursday night, I woke up and this guy was standing over my bed, and now I'm here.
Tonight, you.
But, I mostly just watch Abridged stuff and go, wow, this is dumb. And then I started doing Abridged stuff and said, wow, this is dumb, but it's not fun. And I kind of walk with a fine line between, is this abridging or is it just shitposting?
Occasionally done and other things, but I don't do it so much anymore. Usually it's somebody who I know who needs something, like I'm going to be in, what is it, Nevic 12 does Wind Waker Abridged. I'm going to be in there somewhere. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just, it's like, there's some little girl voices. Can you do that? Sure. But yeah, that's the most part, other than just what I normally do. Just things here or there. Any other questions?
Feel free to ask literally anything.
Yes.
Why does YouTube keep banning all of the accounts?
It's not.
Flavors in.
It's not YouTube, it's the bots, and it's usually the Japanese animation companies. Because there's a problem with, and I find if the anime's from like 1999 to like 2005, they don't care. But like if the anime is brand new, and this is sometimes why I tell people not to do brand new stuff, if they can help it, they're making sure people aren't re-uploading them to like from ripping them, because they want them to watch them on Crunchyroll and Funimation and Netflix and all these other streaming services. They don't want you to watch it on YouTube. So what they'll do is they'll tell the YouTube bot, okay, here's our full episode. Anybody has any of this, just remove it. And the Japanese companies, a lot of the times, the people like who check these videos, they don't speak English, so they're not going to know that there's a disclaimer there saying what they're saying. So we put that up just to let the North American companies know that we're not stealing. We're making a derivative, like a not a derivative work here, or just like a what's the transformative work? That's the one. That's the word. So it's not a full episode we upload, but usually if they just see a clip or a song matches the thing, they're like, no, that's our property. Bye. It happened to Team 4-Star a lot. Toei would just hit the ban hammer. They had to get Funimation involved to get them to stop doing it. So it's really just, you just have to be careful. And some people have done things to trick the system. I used to, when I did Gurren Lagann Abridged, I flipped the footage the other way. I do need to finish that. It took me a long time to figure out how to kill Kamina. Now I know how to kill Kamina.
Yeah, that's always difficult.
So I have the script, I just haven't done anything with it. Okay, jeez. I spent like 5 years editing Naruto Abridged. Oops, I should have said that.
You just put the expectations for that
way up. But yeah, like there's little things. I actually re-uploaded old stuff because my Abridged channel got hacked into, and I had to make a new one. And I re-uploaded old videos, and they got claimed right away. So I had to like zoom out a bit and make a border so that it wouldn't like hit the automatic like copyright system. So I thought it would be easier now because it's changed since back they used to just ban it and now they just put ads on it. But like, which I am fine with because yes, they own the anime footage. It's their right to run ads on it. But like some companies are just like, no, I see like a clip, it's gone. So because a lot of them just think it's full episode uploads. There are little things you can do, like I said, flip the footage or zoom out a little bit, add a border. Some people do that thing where they put the video in like a bottom corner and put like a wallpaper. I mean, if you gotta, but if you can help it, I mean, there are other ways. So, any other questions? Yes?
How do you deal with digital voice actors?
These days, I mostly ask people I know. If I'm writing something, I usually have an idea of somebody's voice that I want to do it. And if that doesn't work, I will hold auditions. You used to be able to use the voice acting alliance, but that's gone. So now there's actually Discord groups for that. There's like 3 or 4 Discord groups I'm in that have like open auditions all the time, and it's just people posting stuff in there. I need people for this. I need people for this. And the best thing to do is just like search around forums. Most of your favorite abridgers have a Discord, which links off to another Discord, which links off to another Discord. So there's lots of groups where you can find stuff. Like if you're just getting started and you're like, I don't want to make a series, but I'd like to voice in a few, that's a good place to start. Especially if you're doing, if your passion is voice acting, Abridged stuff's a good place to start because relatively, you don't have to have an amazing acting talent, just be able to do silly voices and stuff, and that's good practice.
I could discuss the art of writing out characters.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's something you want to abridge, but the cast list just gets ridiculously long. You're like, how am I going to get all these people? So what I did was, when I did Outlaw Rap Star, there was one scene I wanted to use, but there's this character in it who's kind of off to the side and talking and gesturing. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get a still of this character and mask it over the video. And I did that for every scene she was in. She became the lucky mannequin of who she started.
But yeah, like it's if you want to get started in it, if you want to get started in it, just basically if you got friends who are doing it, or if like I said, most bridge groups now, like the big ones, I think Something Witty has one.
Yeah.
I know that Team 4-Star has one, and they have a bridge crossing section in there, but it's like people are looking for people. And the Abridged forums also has a Discord.
Yes.
So that's also a place you can go to the Abridged forums because they're looking for people all the time. So a lot of times people are just starting up and they're like, I'm the only person voicing and I'm a dude and there's like 16 women in this show. I can't voice all of them.
Please help.
I can try, but I can't. So usually that's an easy place to do it. Especially like voice actresses are in high demand.
Oh yeah.
So if you're just thinking of starting to get into it, people are going to want you to voice stuff.
And don't be ashamed if you have a low voice, like a really low-pitched voice. Everyone needs a low-pitched girl at some point as well, because it's not always the high-pitched.
Why do you think Neanders is so popular?
Yeah,
She was in something of mine at one point. Really? I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, but regardless of the point, regardless of that fact, if you have a range that you think is not as like attractive or whatever to the demographics that you're looking for, then just try out anyway, because I'm sure that you'll be able to get cast as something, because everyone has a good voice regardless. So yeah, I don't know if that made sense.
Even if you have a silly voice that might work or something, like there's a voice that you do that I use it for the old man in Outlaw Raptor, and use it in a couple other things.
Explain.
I can't remember. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, was it the women voice?
Yes.
Can you do it for us?
Just this voice. Just do a little bit for us.
Yeah.
We at the GameCube for 6 years.
Something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
I sound like that when
All right. Hey, I see a hand there with the Overwatch hat.
Hey, oh, Jesus.
I was just gonna ask, like, what goes behind, what goes into creating a new, like, Abridged series? Like, what, like, from its inception to, like, its actual, like, being released on YouTube?
So the first thing is picking the show or the game or the thing you want to do now, because it's basically anything. And then what I usually tell people is start with something you're familiar with. It doesn't have to necessarily be good, but if it's something you like or know a lot about, you're probably going to be able to find the nitpicks and be able to make fun of it easier. If it's brand new, it's kind of hard to make fun of because you don't know what's happening until the episodes come out. So I usually go against that, but some people have found success doing that. So it's whatever you want to do in that case. Once you decide the series, it's now, all right, you gotta decide how you're gonna write this. It's easier to write in groups, but you can also write yourself and then show friends and see what they think. Just for example, I mentioned that I'm the editor for Naruto Abridged now, but I'm also a co-scripter, so usually the GA396 will write the first draft, and then me and my buddy CJ are basically script supervisors at that point. We check it to make sure, first off, old school jokes that fans are coming for are going to be there, and two, that the script makes sense, because sometimes he'll just write a scene and be like, I got nothing, so I'll just put that there. So it's good to have a second opinion. So writing is basically the next step. Once you've got it written, that's when you've got to start looking for voices. So you can use your own voice for a lot of it. A lot of people start just themselves doing all the voices. Of course, again, with animes that have lots of characters, it's going to be a little harder for you to do all the voices. So that's when you'll want to send out auditions or ask friends or just get the people you need. And then you've got to get the footage you're looking for. In most cases, we recommend you own the footage because it's a lot easier and cleaner to use stuff that you own. So for example, when I started doing Mega Man Abridged, I was using German VHS rips, which weren't super good, and then I bought the series on DVD, and then it was way better looking at that point. And then it's just the editing process, which I find the most fun, but some people don't like doing the editing.
Yeah, it's hell.
It depends what you're doing.
Yeah, because lip sync and all that fun stuff is involved. And then it's the releasing the video, but you're not done yet because there's social media, there's people asking when the next episode's coming out, 3 seconds after you release it. And then once all that's done, you start the whole process again. Remember when I could release videos a week?
Yeah, the good old days. Hello? Oh God, no.
Camper Bridge series is Patreon's one thing because some people do use Patreon, but I strictly we just can't because a lot of the times the stuff that you want to make merch out of or put ads on is, while technically it is a transformative work, at the same time it's kind of a sketchy gray area Bridge series are. So unless you want to go and ask the creators of the series, you're most likely not going to make much money off of it. Some stuff you can get fan art created of some things and make T-shirts out of that, but it's kind of hard to monetize a Bridge series.
Yeah.
There's not Patreon basically.
Yeah. The guy in the black hat with the Overwatch symbol had a question.
Yeah. Just because monetization go into that further, and just because obviously it's obviously hard work for people to be able to.
The main thing I say is if you're making a Bridge series, don't monetize it at all. There's no way.
I would.
There's no way it's happening.
It's really hard.
Even if YouTube gives you the option, I guarantee you, as soon as you turn that on, companies are gonna know. They're gonna know that you.
Oh, it's stuff. They got psychic abilities.
It's basically Patreon or merch, and the merch has to be fan
your own
like you hired an artist to create things in your own.
Oh my God.
So
I think some people here
but yeah, if you want to, what people usually do if they want to do, I want to make money off this thing that I got a lot of viewers for. They move on to doing side stuff like Let's Plays, even Team 4-Star did that Renegade Your Life thing. And they did they do Let's Plays and stuff. They have now a whole other channel called 4-Star Mento, where they just do podcasts and reviews and stuff, that's where they're going to make their money on most stuff, and merch, of course, and Patreon. But if you, from strictly the Abridged series, it's not going to happen.
That's just the fun stuff.
That's just unfortunately the facts.
Yeah. Take the good, take the bad.
Put them together, then you have my opening statement.
Nice.
Any other questions before we move on to the next video? That guy.
What programs do you use and what would you recommend for your starting?
Audio recording, just Audacity. I think most of us use Audacity.
I use Adobe Audition now.
For editing, most people I talk to use Sony Vegas, but some people use Premiere or Final Cut. Really, it's whatever you're comfortable with. You can use Windows Movie Maker, but you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
You can use iMovie, but you'll have a slightly less worse time. So usually the top tier of Vegas, Premiere, and Final Cut is what people use. Some people use Avid if they're rich, so there's that too. But for the most part, yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us use Sony Vegas. Do you use Premiere now?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I use Premiere Pro. Yes, CS6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old.
If I can make a recommendation, keep your eye on Humble Bundle, anyone who's looking to start anything, because I got Vegas for $20.
Yeah, we got Vegas Pro 14 for $20. They've done it a couple times. It's a $400 program, and they were offering it for $20, so that's not bad. Okay, so we're coming about the half an hour point, so I think it's time for us to show another video.
Okay.
So next we're going to show SCXCR's next video, which is Mushishi Abridged.
It's actually pronounced a little differently. It's Mushishi Abridged.
Okay. Abridged. Let's find out what that means.
Disclaimer, this is a non-profit fan parody. Shishi is property of Kushka, Arnold Funimation, and some others that are holding a supporting visual release by buying Blu-ray, video ring, or using their bodies as hosted microbial organisms. Disclaimer, do not use your body as hosted microbial organisms. Disclaimer, you can't tell me what to do. Disclaimer, don't give him microbial organisms. Disclaimer, you're not my dad. Why do you nervous me like this every time you try to get someone like
got to keep on moving. You know what, just walk the entire show. Find it rather soothing.
Mister, have you seen my bird?
Don't have to keep walking. Why not go back to that house so at least do some talking? I need more than a couple of words at a time. Mercy on us. That isn't walking would be surprised. That's a nice jellyfish you drew there.
It's a dog.
Oh. Well, bye. Something else before I flip my bed. go now. My planet needs me.
Wait, did he just say pizza?
Yeah. That's what he does at the end of all his abridged stuff. So that was Mushishi Abridged, guys.
Yes.
What the hell was that?
That was the abridged episode that did not want to start.
I've never watched your
Now, does anybody else have questions?
That was actually an experience to see how much I could get away with not doing any lip syncing at all.
So, person back there in the red hat.
I just want to say that is a direct representation of that show.
Thanks, that's what I was going for.
And then you had a question as well? Alright. So, alright, so we can take a few more questions now as well, like you said.
Yeah. I have no video.
I actually, after we know, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I never seen your content before, but good God, what the f was that?
Last year he did a, what'd you do last year again?
I combined Fooly Cooley with Max Payne to do Maximum Cooley.
Oh.
Yeah, he's, what is it? He's,
Special.
Unexpected.
No kidding.
Is that available somewhere?
It's not up right now, but I'm going to make a channel and upload it
We
a
might
couple days after the
should we
convention.
run the River City Gamers channel?
Do you want to get banned?
Do it.
No. Do you make a channel for it, probably, or something?
Yeah, I'll make a channel.
See, we're on the Everlog Wrestler channel.
Sure, why not?
All right, so yeah, and yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Anything else for the last video?
Anything?
So I do have something I do have to say before I show the video. For the last 5 years of doing this panel, I've said I'm the editor for Naruto Abridged, and I had nothing to show for it. So today, we have a preview of Naruto Abridged episode 32.
Yeah!
Not the full episode, about 9 minutes of it.
Oh, nice.
So, so you guys are getting a sneak peek, exclusive sneak peek all week. I've been posting just images on the Naruto Abridged fan Facebook. People are like, what is this? What does it mean? And I'm just like, eventually, what is Canada gets a first exclusive look. So, just for those of you wondering, Masako did leave Naruto Abridged a few years ago, and I took over editing for Vegeta. We've restructured things in the last little while. That's why it took so long to come out. We've rewritten it a few times as well. Hopefully, this version will be live up to expectations, but we'll soon find out. It's a new way of doing Naruto Abridged, but a lot of the fan favorites will still be there. Also, this is the return of Gara of the Funk. Yes. So, if you guys are ready, Naruto Abridged 32.
What? Okay. The following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto The Next Generation are all properties of Masashi Kishimoto, TV Tokyo, and Viz Media. Please support the official release. Oh my god. We're back. We're back. I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
I've been waiting a long time for this. You sure have. I'm gonna say your name is Jim?
Well, I'm gonna go with dumbass for you.
Aw, that's what Sasuke calls me.
Okay. Well, prepare yourself, for I'll be the last opponent you'll ever face.
I will.
So, are we gonna, like, help him, eh?
Give it a minute. We'll get all out of systems. Once another 5 years, right?
Wait. How can I grow a beard?
Naruto, I understand your need to fight, but only you can truly save Sasuke.
Dude, he left.
Well, that's wonderful, eh? That means my best friend Gar and I can defeat you.
I literally hate you. I crippled you.
Accidentally, eh?
No, on purpose. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, we've come a long way since then, eh? Oh, that reminds me. Gotta take my medicine, eh?
Kick his ass.
Oh, I will, eh?
I was talking to him.
Oh.
Oh my god! This can't be happening!
What? What's the matter?
This is not good.
Damn it, guy! I'm a Hokage, not a mind reader.
Well, I was making myself some waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Which would have been delicious.
But
look, it's got all this gross grape jelly stuff all over it.
That's not grape jelly, guy. That's Lee's medicine.
Oh, well then I shouldn't have eaten 2 plates of that. Wait, that means... Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Lee has my maple syrup.
I don't see why that's bad.
No, you don't understand. When Lee drinks maple syrup, he becomes even more Canadian.
What the hell does that even mean?
Pray you never have to find out.
Oh, there, bud. I feel funny, eh?
What the? Where's that music coming from?
I don't even get out there, bud, but are you making fun of the great anthem of the red and white? Yes. Well, pull the tail off a beaver and slap some bugs, why don't you? I can't be having you take the Chesterfield out of the Dickie Moore, you know.
I don't. What the crap has gotten into you?
The real thing you should be worried about there, bud, is how I'm going to take you out for a ribbon back.
Spawn, say more. What the hell?
You'll never hit me there, bud. I got the blood of the great one in my veins. And 4 Pritzker. All of them.
What did this kid drink? What is this? Corn syrup? This raises more questions than answers.
I can let the ice slide off the polar bear's back when it comes to the anthem, but you don't go questioning the smooth, sticky taste of Canada's blood there, bud. So prepare yourself for the fury of a Zamboni's bristle.
Why are you apologizing? This is what you're supposed to be doing!
This is bad. Her lullaby powers are too strong. If this keeps up, I'll...
God damn it, that's not how my powers work.
Must I do everything? Oh, hey, Tamari. Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks.
Who the hell is this bitch? No matter, she can't find me amongst all these them there trees.
Magical wind, ferret!
The hell? Ha! Even after all that, you missed.
Excuse me, sir. We heard a report of... Oh, my sweet Kaguya, what happened here?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Steve from the Ninja Environmental Protection Agency. Never for short. We got a tip that people were damaging the wildlife in these parts, and well, as I can see, one of you is responsible.
She did.
Is this true?
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm gonna have to put you under arrest.
For what?
You're a strict violation of Section 29.10.0982 of the Konoha Charter. Severe pruning without a permit.
What? I didn't do anything. The only thing I was doing was killing these idiots who were trying to save the kid I kidnapped.
You should really refrain from digging your grave further, ma'am.
Katsuyoshi Maru! You haven't heard the last of me!
Huh, what are the chances that a Nebula guy would show up? Well, he said he was tipped off, but by whom? I guess we'll never know.
Really, Vegeta? Really?
What? What's wrong with that?
This is why you keep losing editors.
Dumb shit like this. Hey guys, what are you arguing? Oh, hell! What is that? After all that script editing I did, you're still putting that in? See? Even CJ agrees.
Yeah, I mean, you already animated it. It's already there, so I'm just gonna click this over here, and yeah, there we go.
Fine, whatever.
I guess we'll never know.
From the Great Rockies to the Great Lakes, you'll never defeat a patriot such as me, eh?
Oh, that's not this.
But I'm...
Got the broken legs is what?
What? So, you're Gara.
Of the funk.
I think you're under some sort of impression that I...
Funk coffin. Oh, that usually works.
What is wrong with you people?
Funk coffin again!
Could you not?
Come on, funk coffin!
How about stop? As I was saying, you may be under some impression that my bones are my only skill set.
I hadn't really cared to notice or, care.
Wonderful. Regardless, what I truly succeed at is dancing.
You want to funk off? You got to funk off!
Let's get started! Nice! Oh! I cannot do something! Spoken ninja style!
Naruto here. I hope you all enjoyed our preview, episode 32. Just so you know, the series has moved over to a new channel of youtube.com/3realninjas. That's where the new episodes are going to be, as well as old episodes that we're going to re-upload in a format that doesn't make it look like a potato. And no Jetix logo in the corner. Yay! But you can also follow us on facebook.com/Naruto Abridged for all the latest news and updates on the series. And while you're at it, you can follow the creative team behind the series on their own channels as well. Once again, thanks for watching, and I just want to say, everybody, thank you so much for staying with us after all these years. It really, really means a lot to us. Thank you. And, sorry about all the Canadian jokes.
What do you guys think?
You guys doing good?
Yeah.
I did it good?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
What?
That was really good. No bones about it.
There are other scenes done, but there's some stuff in between that's not done, so I couldn't, unfortunately, get the whole thing done in time for the con, but it is coming out soon. We'll be announcing it on the Naruto Bridge Facebook page. You'll be able to find it at facebook.com/Naruto Bridge. The new channel's up, there's nothing on it, and we are going to be re-releasing the old episodes in a format that's a little higher quality. Just to explain, we're not George Lucasing it or anything like that. I'm just going to remaster the episodes so like they're not. The original episodes were done in 240p, and YouTube hates 240p. It just hurts it, and all the re-uploads of Naruto Bridge are from that same thing, and they just get crappier and crappier in quality because people keep re-uploading it. So we're gonna upload them in the quality they were meant to be in. So that's coming soon. I've just gotta get to work on that as well. But and episode 33 is in the writing phase, so we're already looking at the next episode as well. So. Any questions about Naruto Bridge specifically that anybody was wondering about? Because it has been a while since an episode came out.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the next episode?
We're looking at a 2 to 3 month schedule.
Coming 2020.
Yeah, pretty much. We're restructuring things so it doesn't take 5 years this time. This one we wanted to make sure that this one was good because we didn't want to disappoint anybody who'd been waiting. I'd already gotten enough comments of, oh boy, we're getting one single episode after 5 years.
Yeah, sure. It'll be good.
The there'll be more coming, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But yeah. Any other questions in general about bridging?
Yeah, you.
Not that person. I was going to ask specifically, where did Gara get his title of Gara the Punk?
That's never been explained.
It's funny because Vegeta just messaged me. I'm gonna ask him. Where did I think I know the answer to this question, but I'll give him a sec. I think there was a Gara DDR GIF. And I think Vegeta just decided that was going to be the joke, Gara of the Funk. So anytime his name is said, Gara, that thing has to play. Gara of the Funk! So if Brandon was here, he'd have to do it every time we said Gara of the Funk. Oh yeah, it's easy, contractually mandated to do that every time. So yeah, that's I think from a GIF, but we'll see what his real answer is. While we're waiting for that. Any other questions that anybody has?
Maybe it's like waiting facts or something. I have no idea.
Okay, yeah.
Hand up.
What do you do when you're writing Abridged and your writing team doesn't quite agree on a joke?
What I typically do is, and this actually happens in Naruto Abridged a lot because Vegeta will write something really stupid and we'll be like, no, that's dumb. Let's make it dumber. So what I usually do when I do a group script writing session is, if not everybody agrees on a joke, we just don't do it. If it's going to be something that enough that gets us into an argument, because that has happened a couple of times, we just don't do it. We just say, okay, we don't all agree on it. It's not happening. Sometimes people, what will happen is in a situation where there's 3 writers. Two against one is usually what it comes to. If 2 people think the joke is good enough, it's probably good enough to keep in. As the editor, a lot of the times I have free reign to cut things that weren't working, because you could tell me a joke, but until I start editing, I have no idea if it actually works. So a lot of the times, and actually, when I was editing Naruto Abridged, Naruto's lines didn't sound energized enough, so I'm like, I need you to re-record all of Naruto's lines, like right now. And he's like, oh, okay. So. A lot of it is in editing. A lot of the times when you're hearing, honestly just hearing the raw audio, it's not enough until you start cutting it in. Okay, here we go. I got a response from that question, and he says, in universe it will be revealed in Shippuden. So, for another 20 years, you're not going to find it. To get back to your question, yeah, it really depends on the group. Like, I usually like to write with, I'll usually write with people, we'll watch the episode together, we'll come up with jokes together, or sometimes I'll write a first draft and I'll say, what do you guys think, is usually what I'll do. That's what I've gotten in the habit of doing with Mega Man Abridged and a lot of my stuff, because sometimes at the middle of the night, I did this last night, I wrote jokes for a thing that I might not ever make, but I wrote them down, and that's usually where a script starts for me. And then I'll write just a first draft, and I'll send it to a few people. What do you think? They'll give their opinion. And sometimes I use those suggestions, sometimes I don't. But if I'm in like a group, it's a lot easier because if you have a dumb or joke or something that's just not funny, because my sense of humor is different than theirs. So if I think something's really funny, they're just like, no, that's dumb, it's not going in. Then they'll tell me that, okay, I just find that funny. That's fine. But yeah, work with people you trust too. If you work with people that you don't trust, then they might shoot down all your ideas. And that really sucks. I've been in groups like that before. So.
Yeah.
That's what I like to say with people, like if you're starting and you don't want to write by yourself, just work with some friends. Because your friends are going to be honest with you. They'll be brutally honest on what's good and what isn't.
It's always good to have people to riff off of. If you guys know that you have the same kind of humor style, then it's good to have like banter, and then like once you get that banter out, it's like, hey, let's take that banter we just had and put it into a thing. And yeah, it's always like, the banter stuff is gold. Use it.
Yeah, that's how that like cutaway gang came to be. Oh, because like both me and him were like, we're not doing this. This is really dumb. And then he's like, but the log hasn't been in an episode in like 2 episodes. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll add the log in.
Yeah. Anyone? Yeah, hello.
What's your guys' favorite Abridged one that you haven't worked in?
Oh god. Anything made by Purple Eyes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Anything made by Enter Excalibur. Oh my god.
Fate Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fate Zero, yeah.
Fate Sarah.
Yeah, Yarrow is pretty good. For me, I have to say Hellsing Abridged is pretty hang in there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is like my OG. Yeah, definitely.
What is Spencer's name again? I forget.
Transforming Morpher?
No, that's a different
Wrong one.
Spencer, well, he did the Infinite Stratus
Oh,
Bridge. It's friggin' hilarious.
Runaway Tourist.
Runaway Tourist.
There we go.
He's hilarious. He's a doctor?
Apparently he also cooks too.
He's a chef and a doctor.
How the hell?
What's a bridge series?
What doesn't he have time for now?
I remember I'm like, hey man, I need some lines from you. He's like, sorry, I gotta write an exam. For what? Oh, just my surgeon's final. I'm like, what?
Like next he's gonna tell us he's a biomedic engineer or something like that.
Yeah, it's just nuts. He just has a crazy job and he makes
Oh
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, for at least me, I'd go for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hellsing Bridge.
Yeah.
Those guys are just like.
They spend lots of hours working on it.
Oh god, yeah. Crazy.
So it's nuts. I wish I had that much time to do that. So, any other questions? We've only got about 5 minutes left.
Yep.
You. Yeah, I had just one more going on with my previous question. In regards to when you are writing, would you recommend taking things like making jokes out of real life circumstances that you might see in the news to a certain degree?
The thing is, it makes it dated. It makes it very dated.
Yeah.
It's like,
if you're releasing an episode a week, yes. If you have the time to release an episode a week, good luck. But if you can be set apart levels of topical, then do it. But if you can't, it's gonna seem really dated and people have to backwatch all your episodes.
yeah, that's what I did with the
I used to be big on the references and I can't watch some of my old stuff, so I'm like, that doesn't make sense anymore. I sometimes put a meme or two in there, but that's a time capsule. That is a time capsule of what that time meant.
Come on down.
Brandon, aka Vegeta 396, says thanks everybody for coming, and thank you for coming as well.
Yeah, y'all, thanks for